Hello and welcome to pre-season testing here in Barcelona ahead of the 2026 Formula 1 season. New regulations to the Aero this year, so who has got them right? The shocking news in the paddock coming into 2026 was that Max Verstappen has decided to leave Red Bull despite winning his 5th title last year and going unbeaten for half the season in the process. We don't know all the details, but the rumours of the paddock suggest it was to do with the inner workings of Red Bull which swayed Max's decision to leave. Red Bull now have a massive hole to fill and decided to promote junior driver Liam Lawson, who after 2 stints in 2023 and 2024 with the season out last year is straight in at the main team. Many were shocked by this decision as it was rumoured that Brown would get the promotion, but Marco said he wasn't ready and needed more time despite his good performances last year. This year's Red Bull looks to be in the fight at the front, but it's looking like they need to develop further to get ahead of the rest. Ferrari once again had another season without a title, finishing runner-up 2 years in a row now in 2024 and 2025. They are hoping that this is finally their year, having put most of their development from last year into this year, hoping to give Charles and Lewis a car to win the title. They started day one in Barcelona slow with P7, but they managed to unlock more pace in the car over the next 2 days and are hoping to find more before the first race. McLaren were very much under the radar in 2025, picking up a couple of good results, but stopped development early to focus on this year, and it looks to have paid off as Lando and Oscar were towards the top of the times over all 3 days of testing. But have they shown their hand too early, or is there more to come? Apex developed quickly in 2025 in their first season in Formula 1. After going pointless in the first few races, brought an upgrade to the Canadian Grand Prix that transformed their season as they went on to finish P4 in the Constructors and picked up multiple wins and podiums on their way. They topped the final day of testing and are looking good ahead of the new season as they look to continue their climb in Formula 1 and potentially go for a title. Mercedes were very much in no man's land in 2025, struggling on the edge of the top 10 for most of the season, with George carrying the team for most of the season as Kimi struggled to get up to pace with Formula 1 but has kept his seat for this year. The car looks nailed to the midfield again this year after going the wrong way in development for the new regulations, but they are confident they can unlock the potential in the car. Not only were there changes at the main Red Bull team, but the junior team as well, as Hadjar has been dropped by the Red Bull program after a poor season, being replaced by now 55-year-old Jacques Villeneuve, returning to the sport after leaving Sauber in mid-2006, bringing experience to the team. Brown was rumoured to be left frustrated as he felt he massively outperformed the car last year, getting some great results including a podium at Silverstone, having led that race, but Marco has told him that his time will come. This year's car looks well in the midfield fight and is going to need development to get them ahead. After announcing he was leaving Red Bull, Max Verstappen has decided to sign for Aston Martin, replacing the retired Fernando Alonso. Max was convinced by Aston Martin's project to get to the top of Formula 1, with his mate Adrian Newey designing the car. He believes this is the right decision for his career as Red Bull were starting to crumble. After the first day of testing, it looks like a good decision for Max as they topped the first day but slowed over the next 2 days, filling the car with fuel to hide their true pace. Has Max made the right decision? We will have to wait and see. Williams was another team that struggled in 2025 as they were towards the bottom of the field all season long as Alex and Carlos struggled with the car. They're hoping to have the car this year to get them further towards the front, but the lap times don't look good for them as it's looking like another long season. Haas were consistently at the back last year, struggling to get near the points with a car that was hard on its tyres. This year with the new regulations, they're hoping to go forward and break into the top 10 more often, but it's looking like a long season for them. Sauber had a shocking season last year, going pointless and being well off the pace. This year was the year Audi was due to take over, but Audi weren't convinced by their progress and have decided to pull out of the deal, leaving the team to remain as Sauber. This has led to the team not having as many funds to develop the car over the winter, which looks to have really hurt them as they were slowest on the final 2 days of testing, it's looking like another long season for them. Just like Sauber, Alpine went pointless in 2025, with bosses at Alpine not happy with the performances and threatening to pull the plug on their F1 program. The team are hoping that the new regulations and their new Mercedes supplied engine can help them to get back towards the front, but it's looking like another long season for them as they were slowest on day one. Formula 1 announced a 10 race season for 2026, starting down under in Australia before we go to Suzuka, then to Europe for Monaco, and we return here for the Spanish Grand Prix. Then we go to Canada, then we go to Silverstone, but for the first time we'll be racing in reverse. Then we go to Spa for our first sprint race, then we go to Zandvoort where we will be racing in reverse just like Silverstone. Then we go to Monza for the final European race of the season, and for the final round of the 2026 Formula 1 season we will be going racing in Brazil for our second sprint weekend of the season as well. That's it for testing here in Barcelona, but still have many unanswered questions that will be answered when we go racing down under in Australia.